guys, it's Wen. Welcome back to another episode. I'm finally back and I have some new videos coming out for you guys and I'm so excited to share them. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to separate the roots of your dreads when they become connected together in a spider web. This is something that you want to do before you do the root flipping so that it promotes the locking process after you flip the dread through. It promotes its ability to lock up and keep all the flyaways in. This video was actually recorded a long time ago, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use that footage because I know that you guys have been waiting for this information. Now, before we get into that video, I just have a couple announcements. I have decided to open up my calendar and do dreadlock coaching one-on-one via audio or video for those people who are thinking about getting dreadlocks and have questions, or people who have dreadlocks and need some advice about root maintenance, dyeing, interlocking, growth, pretty much anything. And also for those who are having like immediate crisis with their dreadlocks, like say you had a dye job that went bad, or you went to a loctician and you had a bad experience, or any sort of emergency, you can give me a call and we can chat and we can troubleshoot your specific issue. So there's a link in the description below. As for my ebook, I know that a lot of people have asked me about it. It is currently in pieces because living here in the jungle, in the humidity, has changed the way that I take care of my dreadlocks. So that was a little bit of a learning curve, and I wanted to include that in the book. So I'm currently working on that section. You can join the email list below so that you get an announcement when it's live. And to anyone else who has joined my mailing list in the past, my email list, if you could please kindly join it again, because all of my links are broken and I actually lost my previous list and I have to start over. So if you would like to please sign up again, and then you'll be able to get all my updates. All right, so that's it for the announcements. Let's get into the video. First thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my hair down and I'm going to, I actually recently did the back lower hand when I was on an airplane, actually a couple months ago when I went to Texas. So I didn't get around to doing the top. So I'm just going to kind of feel around and start doing the top half. So when you find a spot, if you're starting from scratch, I would recommend to start at the base of your neck and work your way up. Put all of your hair into a ponytail and then just pull the dread out and start from there. So let's start from here. I'm going to raise this. Here we go. So you want to pull a dread out and you want to feel, I should have bleached my roots because I know it's hard for you to see because my hair is so dark. So you just want to pull a dread out and you want to feel around and make sure there's no connecting hairs. This one is good. So we're going to go to the next one. This one, and do you see how when I pull it, that other dread is pulling with it? That's where, and see I have these hairs right here that are connecting it. I just kind of gently pull it out. That's really what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to let it lay down. Take another one. You can see that this one is really connected because when I pull it, it moves my whole hair. But as I gently tug on it, you can see the hairs here that are connected. You can just go one at a time, feel them, and pull them out. And go all the way around the dread. I can feel there's some more on this side. Maybe I'll do this video again for you guys once my roots are bleached so you can actually see what I'm doing. There, so now I can feel as I put my fingers around it that there is no hairs connecting. This one, you can see these two are stuck together. So I'm just going to rip them. That's really it. I make sure there's no hairs sticking them together so that you want to be able to see the part. and you want to be able to like put your fingers through your dreads and feel that they're separated. So I use the interlocking method, and I don't do it very often because this part is actually very important. Letting your hair knot up, letting your hair get a little messy is super important to how your dreads are going to take shape. So this one was okay. It's got a little knot there. See this one? You can see, now this one was two. It formed into one and I let it be because they were small. Now you can see that this one is connected to these two. So you can see that. I'm just gonna rip it. I'm gonna take my fingers and go, when the hairs are thicker, you can just take your fingers and just kind of pull them out and let them go where they want to go until you can feel that it's free. Oh, there's some down here as well. And now it's free. So this, letting your hair get knotty like this takes, I don't know, 8 to 10 months. I really don't do it that often. I just let it go. I forget about it. And I think that is the one key that, the one point that a lot of people are missing in their dread journeys. They're becoming too obsessed with their hair being neat and tidy. And like, if you want neat and tidy hair, don't get dreadlocks. Don't do it. So I'm curious, how often do you do your roots, or how often are you noticing that your dreads are becoming connected? Let me know in the comments below, and I can give you some advice there, or maybe do a future video on your situation. So this one, you can see that there is quite a bit of hair there, and that's okay. That's what you want. This hair is starting to get messy, and you've got these flyaways, but when you do your root flipping, that's all going to come back into it. You don't really ever need it to be that tight. It's just not necessary. Let it grow out, and you'll notice that in here, the hair will mat on its own. You really don't have to do that much. So you're just gonna go through your head. Now normally, as I'm doing this, I would go ahead, now you can see, let me show you. See if I can show you. All of these, except for this one. I'll put this one back. All of these are like pretty connected. See, if I touch one, they all move. So I'm just gonna rip it apart, grab the hairs, and just separate them. It's as simple as that. Normally I would do this and then immediately, as soon as I separate a dread, I would immediately root flip it, but I'm going to cover that in my next video. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so when that video comes out, you're notified. So see, these ones are all pretty connected. This is where people freak out. This is what happens, okay? This is normal. This is good because this is all natural knots here that's forming in my dreads. See how these are stuck? You'll get used to this having dreads, but I'm just gonna rip it. Boom. Done. Use my hands to go down the dread and make sure it's free. Same with this one. I'm gonna rip it. Boom. No, this one was 2 and it's also turned into 1 because this one was like really thin. Keep ripping. See, you can kind of see that there's knots in there. That's what you want to happen. If you're over, and now look, see how much of a difference they look, and make sure that you can run your fingers through them. Now this is my dread spray. I'm gonna spray it in there. I use this every day, and I use more of it when I am doing any sort of maintenance. I've come up with these recipes on my own using essential oils, and I'll be giving you that recipe at the end of this video. So I'm just gonna spray it. I have a mix of 3 essential oils in here. One is to help the growth of the hair, help it grow really fast. One is for, and the other 2 are like an antibacterial, antifungal, so that bugs stay away, mold doesn't grow, that sort of thing. So it really does keep them happy and healthy. And then it's basically just water. So you can see that even just separating them like that makes a huge difference. So you just want to do that all over your head, pulling out the dreads one at a time. See, these 2 are connected. And now they're not. And I mean, a lot of people would probably consider that damaging. That's never happened to me. Like, doing it this way, it creates this like almost like this Velcro effect when you rip it. And then when you do your root flipping, it's kind of like ready to grab. Like, it's ready to grab the hairs and ready to like lock in place. And that's how I've been able to get like straight dreads that look like cylinders. Like, they don't have bends, they don't have a lot of elbows, they're straight and they're thin. See how these 2 are connected? There's a spot there. Perfect. So there's a bunch. Here's a little cluster. See all those fuzzies there? Those fuzzies are gonna make they're gonna create that matting that is going to help with the locking process. I usually give like each layer a spray. Like, there has been some times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I've waited too long, my dreads are ruined. And it just pulled them apart. Like, it's never been a big deal. You're always able to fix them and get them out. So don't stress. Do this. Like, I tend to do this like just naturally as I'm putting my fingers through my hair. I will just naturally separate them, especially when I'm putting them up in a ponytail. I'll naturally just always be doing it. But and that's it. That's literally it. I'm gonna spray it. My sprayer is kind of broken. It happens when you're working with oils. And see, that's already a really big difference in how my dreads are laying down. So you can also use this as a quick fix. If you just want to fix them up quickly, you can just go through and rip them apart if you don't have time to do all that interlocking. So that's about it for separating them, and now they all move on their own. You want them to all move on their own and not be connected. That's it. Okay guys, that's it. I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed the video and the process. If you have any questions about separating dreads or anything related to this, leave them in the comments below, and maybe I can do a future video on it. If you want to talk about this, you can book a call with me, and also check the description for more resources. I have a free dread community on Facebook where you can share your journey with others, as well as the links for booking a call and for submitting a video idea and other helpful links. So definitely check that out. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. And make sure to watch this video next.